Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be making a video about rebuilding a hero because I think I need to bring more variety to my content. The hero I want to guide you through today is Harley Quinn, since she is the first mythic that all of you own. This video might be a little late, but I still think it's necessary for new players, and even veteran players who still want to build her. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on more awesome videos. Also, if you have any thoughts or ideas for what kind of video you'd like me to make next, feel free to drop a comment below. I'll definitely get to it. It just might take me a little bit of time. All right, let's get started. First, let's talk briefly about Harley Quinn. She is a warrior, which means she isn't the best at survival, though she can actually survive better than Superman thanks to her self-healing ability. I can guarantee you that her damage output is decent. The only issue is that her factions, Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, are both too weak. None of them have received a game-changing boost like Nightwing did for the Bat family, so over time she becomes less popular. However, you can combine her with Weapon Masters, and that faction has plenty of strong heroes, such as Joker, Deathstroke, and Nightwing. Harley Quinn is a physical damage dealer who also specializes in area of effect damage. On top of that, her ability to restore her own energy when defeating enemies allows her to cast her ultimate more frequently. Now let's dive deeper into her skill set so we can see why she is actually a strong hero. Alright, let's go over skill 1 first. This one is simple. It deals damage to a single target. Overall, the damage is actually quite high, higher than Superman's skill 1 and skill 2. The only drawback is that it doesn't come with any kind of crowd control effect. Next is skill 2, which is a passive skill. This ability helps the entire Suicide Squad survive better, because whenever they deal damage, they gain HP. From what I understand, this means they can increase their HP beyond their current maximum, which is amazing. Healing, on the other hand, only restores up to the max HP. So if you manage to unlock 5 red stars for Harley Quinn, her Suicide Squad team could actually become one of the most durable survival teams. This is especially true for heroes who deal high damage, since the longer they fight, the more HP they gain, making them harder and harder to take down. And restoring HP equal to 20% of the damage they deal is massive. This effect is extremely useful for area of effect damage dealers. For example, if Supergirl were part of the Suicide Squad and dealt 1 million damage with her ultimate, just using a simple number for easy calculation, she would instantly gain over 200k HP, almost a full heal. Yesterday, I even made a video where she dealt more than 5 million damage with her ultimate. In that kind of scenario, the HP gain would be insane. But remember, this is just a fun example. The Suicide Squad currently doesn't have anyone capable of hitting those numbers. Moving on to skill 3, which is her ultimate. This skill deals area of effect damage, but on a smaller scale. The damage itself is quite strong, probably about half of Supergirl's maxed out ultimate. But on top of that, Harley Quinn buffs her own attack with her unique effect, which pushes her overall damage even higher. In my opinion, her damage can actually rival Batman's, if she's built properly and placed in the right team. Finally, skill 4. This is what makes her truly special. Every time she defeats an enemy, she restores energy. With 5 red stars, she can practically spam her ultimate non-stop when facing opponents with lots of summons, like Poison Ivy. The skill description doesn't exclude summoned units, so defeating them still gives her energy. Basically, if she defeats 2 enemies, she's ready to cast another ultimate. With her strong damage and area coverage, this allows her to chain ultimates continuously in battles where the enemy summons a lot of units. The only problem is that maxing out her red stars is very difficult for free-to-play or low-spending players. It takes a lot of time and resources. Big spenders usually invest in other heroes, while lower spenders don't have enough to build her. That's why Harley Quinn has faded into obscurity in battles on older servers. Alright, now let's talk about her legacy. I'm pretty sure most of you already have Harley Quinn's exclusive legacy since it's given for free along with her, so I'll just go over its effects. Her legacy increases her attack and crit rate, which is very useful because the more damage she deals, the more HP she gains, and that greatly improves her survivability. Looking at its skills, the first one boosts her crit rate, and every time an enemy gets crit 3 times, Harley Quinn also gains extra crit damage. This means her damage will continue to scale higher and higher as the fight goes on. The second skill provides her with extra energy at the start of battle, and it also allows her to heal based on her max HP whenever she defeats an enemy. At first, the healing value might look small, only around 8% of max HP, but remember, her max HP can increase a lot thanks to her passive. That means over time, this healing effect becomes stronger and stronger, allowing her to recover more HP as the battle continues. Overall, Harley Quinn's legacy makes her hit harder, crit more often, and sustain herself better, making her a much stronger and more reliable damage dealer. Now that we've finished talking about her legacy, let's move on to Transmute. I'm sure what most of you care about here is damage, so the focus should be on physical penetration, attack, and crit, basically anything that maximizes her damage. The more damage she deals, the more HP she restores for herself, which also improves her survivability. For set bonuses, I think Harley Quinn works best with the Rejuvenating set. It boosts her attack from the start of the battle all the way to the end, and right before she uses her ultimate, it gives her an additional attack boost for 4 seconds. That may not sound like much, but it's very good, because as you know, the more damage she deals, the more HP she gains. On top of that, the Rejuvenating set also restores her HP, which makes her survival even better. If you can't get the full 5-Fest Rejuvenating set, another good option is to combine 2 Hath's Unyielding. This set helps her stay alive a little longer by boosting her survivability when her HP drops below 30% of her max HP. Since Harley Quinn can already restore her HP based on the damage she deals, this effect makes her even harder to defeat. So overall, building her with damage-focused stats plus rejuvenating, or rejuvenating plus unyielding mix, will let Harley Quinn deal huge damage while also keeping herself alive through her self-healing. If you're planning to use Harley Quinn, you'll need to level up all the stats in Force, because after all, she's a melee hero, which means she will constantly be taking hits from enemies. You can't just focus purely on attack like you would with ranged heroes. That said, when it comes to priorities, you should level them in this order. 1. Defense-related stats, the 3 defensive skills first. 2. HP. 3. Crit resistance. These survivability stats come first because if her durability is too low, she won't live long enough to deal damage to multiple enemies, and without dealing damage, she can't restore HP. After that, once her survivability is stable, then you can shift your focus to attack and crit rate to maximize her damage output. This balance ensures Harley Quinn can both hit hard and stay alive long enough to carry the fight. When it comes to her team, right now the best option is to combine 2 factions, Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. These 2 factions give extra buffs like increased attack and enemy lifesteal reduction, which works really well with Harley Quinn's second skill. A strong free-to-play team would be Killer Croc, Captain Cold, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Vixen. This lineup is very easy to build since all of them are free heroes. It provides solid damage and sustainability. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy take care of healing, while Killer Croc, Captain Cold, and Vixen help boost overall damage. Thanks to these attack boosts, the Suicide Squad heroes will also gain even more HP through Harley Quinn's passive, making them even harder to kill. If you have more resources to invest, you can upgrade the team by swapping in Hawkgirl to replace Vixen or Poison Ivy, depending on whether you need more survivability or more damage. Deadshot instead of Captain Cold for higher damage output. As for Killer Croc, he is non-negotiable. You absolutely need him. He's the only true tank between these 2 factions, and he also reduces all enemy defenses. This not only makes your team deal more damage, but also lets your heroes heal and restore HP more effectively, further boosting survivability. Alright, that's enough for this video. It's already long enough. Don't forget to check out my other videos on the channel. By the way, this video was actually inspired by a request from one of you in the comments, so if you have any other suggestions, make sure to leave them down below. I'll get to them. It just might take a little time. Thanks for watching, and see you all in the next video.
My senses are